this is the last game of Battle Arena. Battle Arena is hosted by the Trinity Force Network for Bronze to Gold 1 players, so anybody under Plat to get commentary by higher level players on how you can improve and increase your rank in solo queue, ranked 5s, or I guess not ranked 3s, but any queue on Summoner's Rift. Just general improvement. Hosted by Trinity Force Network, they have 4 podcasts, and they release 5 a week because the proper release is 2. Trinity Force proper, Monday and Wednesdays, you can catch them at 8 o'clock on Twitch, or you can check out the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. 4 Words podcast, Thursdays at 8 o'clock. They're probably going right now. Sometimes they're at 9. Oslo podcast, Australian League of Legends, I don't know when they're on Twitch. And LCS Rundown, I also don't know when they're on Twitch. But all the podcasts are on iTunes and Stitcher, and they're also on TrinityForcePodcast.com. I'll show you guys the web URL like I have the last few times. TrinityForceNetwork.com. The Patreon button. Check out this stuff. If you like Battle Arena, you might like the game review with one of your favorite people from the network.
Yeah, you get to choose, I believe.
Yeah, you can make, you can make Pwn review your Frozen Mallet game. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
But
you'll know what to expect. The feedback will be pretty short, I feel like.
The respect cat, man. No, Pwn likes money too much.
Yeah, all that amazing T-Force money just rolling in.
Alright, so bans are pretty standard. Yeah, I don't like cat ban. But
I mean, I don't like, it's not a good ban, but I don't mind it.
I was talking about bans earlier. Like, unless you really don't want to play something, this is kind of the approach I've taken to ranked lately, is if you really think about the math, like, if you don't play the champion, it's a 5 in 9 chance the other team plays it, which is like 54-55%. So if the champ is like 55% win rate, and you don't pick it, and there's a 5/9 chance they pick it, you're lowering your chances to win the game by not banning it.
Yeah.
So I've just been banning at the high win rate champions. Playing
Sejuani's still up there?
Math on my side. I don't think Sejuani's a priority pick in Diamond. I think people aren't retarded and they spread out. And I also think that her early game's too weak.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Gragas and Rek'Sai are much scarier. Bans don't matter at all. Whale just doesn't want to get banned out. I mean, I don't think it matters much, but you can do the math, and you can't really argue with the math. It's marginal, but like if something's 50% win rate and there's 54% or 50% play rate, 54% win rate, and there's a 5/9 chance they pick it, like you're increasing your chances to win by like 1.5% by banning it. I mean, it's very small, but like it kind of matters. Over 100 games, that might be 1 win, which it adds up.
It does.
So first picking Zed, I haven't seen this since Sir Tesla. If you're really confident in your Zed, it's okay, but he has some bad matchups now.
Is Ari a bad matchup?
It's a skill matchup.
Yeah. Well, isn't like every Ari matchup a skill matchup almost? Close.
Shoe on header pre-recorded. So, Sivir, let's see. Kate in the Sivir is pretty good. Kate wins that lane really hard. I think there's a misconception among lower elo players that Sivir beats Caitlyn because she can spell shield trap. I really don't think that matters when you have a 125 range advantage.
Yeah.
And
Caitlyn almost, she kind of has an advantage almost in any lane matchup, to tell the truth, but
yeah.
Microphone
it just depends on how hard you can abuse that range. I do like the Nautilus support pick. I'm assuming it's Nautilus support.
Microphone activated.
Nami and Kate is a good. Well, no, it's not gonna be the case anymore. But I was gonna say Nami and Kate is a good duo to have.
Yeah, Nami and Kate's a good lane. Sivir's win condition to get through a lot of lanes is pushing too, and Caitlyn's one of the better ADs at pushing back. Sivir has a lot of issues against Kate. They balanced the game by win rates and lower elo. All lane bullies would get nerfed. Well, Riot kind of does that sometimes. I think the recent Katarina nerfs were balancing for lower elo, because Katarina was not a problem in any of my games.
No.
And the Darius nerfs 2 years ago, I don't think that was a competitive balance issue either. Sometimes they do. Stalker, Clairvoyance, Rek'Sai. I like purple team's comp quite a bit. I think blue team's got a win lane, win game. Like, Kate and Swain hit mid game really bad if they fall behind. Swain's pretty good even or ahead, but Kate's kind of needs to be ahead. Swain needs to be even or ahead. Lee Sin needs to be even or ahead. Zed needs to be even or ahead. They have the tools to do it, but like if they don't win lane, they're kind of fucked.
Rek'Sai can really mess that up early game.
Yeah, Rek'Sai's got a really strong early game. I've been playing Rek'Sai, I like it. I think the base health nerf hurt her some though. She used to be able to pick any 2v2 she wanted. Now she kind of can't.
It did hurt. It definitely made top lane Rek'Sai really not that great anymore. But in the jungle, you can almost get away with it just because of her sustain. But
I don't think top Rek'Sai was ever good.
You just have to pick your first 2 ganks carefully. You can't be as reckless.
Yeah. I hope that it's not top. I don't think it's not top. It's probably Leona's support. Oh wow, it might actually be not top. Never mind. Please don't be the guy in the T-Force Reddit who posted about AP Nautilus in lane. I don't have to tell you that it's bad. Lee Sin, I'd recommend Flash if you haven't changed yet. Please. I don't want to have to go over why heal on Lee Sin is bad.
Yeah. If you're gonna run a summoner besides Flash, make it Ignite, I guess. But
so lanes, Ari Zed is skill matchup. Zed should have priority, but it's still a skill matchup. If Ari gets blue, she has priority with blue though. So
did Stalker? Okay, he did.
Alright, they all changed besides Lee. Lee actually has heal. So Sivir, Kate Leona. I mean, Sivir Leona is really, really bad into Kate Nami. Kate Nami should just body that lane. Sivir Leona can come back if they get ganks. They have really good gank assist, but their 2v2 is kind of crap. See top, Swain, Nautilus. I think Swain just kind of craps on tanks. So, like blue team has even or stronger lanes in every lane, and they have a bunch of lanes that need to be win. So I'd like to see Lee Sin like be active on the map and make sure that they actually win, and then like take bot, rotate mid with Kate, let Zed split, like just pressure the map and pressure your lead. Purple team outscales you too hard to AFK.
Yeah, and I wasn't saying that Ignite on Jungle Lee Sin is good. It's just that if you're not gonna run Flash, which you should,
Exhaust is better.
Oh yeah, Exhaust would work.
Season 2, baby. Exhaust Lee Sin, I remember. That was when I was first learning Lee Sin. I was playing him in PGL. I was playing Exhaust Ignite Lee Sin. That's where I learned to play Lee Sin and Rengar, playing in PGL. Alright, so yeah, no, basically blue team has stronger lanes. Rek'Sai can help if he has a really good early game, but he's playing as Lee Sin, who should be able to like deal with the pressure.
Yeah, Lee Sin should be able to match it.
So purple team just wave clear, don't give up advantages you don't need to give up. Easier said than done, but
yeah, they're gonna Leona's gonna have to be patient, very patient, and be willing to take a lot of damage.
You don't make Rek'Sai's job harder than it needs to be as well. Sometimes I see that where you have weak lanes and you have a jungler that's doing well and he's helping everybody, but you're getting solo killed. Like,
yeah,
just I don't know. Give him a reasonable job to take care of. Rek'Sai gonna make the plays. Alright, Stalker, let's see it. You gonna start boots on Rek'Sai too? Kappa. Oh, Stalker, last game, I forgot to mention, get flat magic resist runes and when you play against Fizz mid.
Yeah,
And
that's a tough one.
flat armor or flat health yellows are okay, but scaling health is fine too. I think the biggest takeaway is get flat magic resist to play Fizz. Let's see someone who's so on and so forth, and hopefully the game will. Boots plus level 1 flash. Yeah, and magic resist blues. I think a lot of bad stuff happened there. Yeah. I think if you had the right rune page and you had a better starting on him, you could have just fought Whale when he engaged on Caster Wave because he's taking so much creep damage, but you just didn't have any base stats. No magic resist, boots. It's kind of ugly. You need a good early lane too. Whale pushed up and you froze in front of your tower correctly. It is kind of like a weird throw.
A weird throw.
Roa, boots, Wisend, then tank. Please don't.
Alright, computer, load this game up.
Are you playing on a toaster, Tuco?
Kind of, yeah.
Rough.
Eventually, I'm gonna build my own PC this. So.
Nice.
Then I'll be able to easily make it to Diamond, right? That's how it works.
What's your FPS? Is your PC affecting your FPS?
Yeah. It gets down to, it stays around 30 nowadays.
That's kind of what my old PC was at. I switched from 30 to 60. It kind of helped, but I hate to say it didn't help as much as I thought it would.
Yeah. Well, the good news actually would be me streaming Battle Arena more. It could take the load off you a bit.
The one thing my old computer used to do is if I played against Karthus, when his ult came up, my FPS went to 5. That's my biggest issue. I was pretty fine playing at 30, but if I played against Karthus, it was unplayable. It was rough. Especially he died in the middle of a team fight and I couldn't move. It was awesome. Alright.
Oh, I do. You do see that champion mastery of Sivir, right?
Yeah, Sivir Master.
Sivir Master.
There's no Zed Master in this game. Vom and I have been playing a lot of Zed Masters. We've been pretty impressed.
Yeah.
And Yasuo Masters.
Oh, I bet.
It's my favorite. Somebody has full mastery on a really high skill cap champion and then they're ass at that champion.
It just turned out they played a lot of games with them.
Zed Master? Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. What do you use for looking at runes, LSI?
Harry died. I don't know. I usually go outside of the. There's that one Overwolf app that works really well. I know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people use LSI.
But I can't.
I don't like LSI.
My computer can't run it. It affects my league game too much. Overwolf, the denier of frames per second.
So when it's 50 AP, this is a page I don't like. It's flat AP blues on every page. Yeah. Blues, let's see, you're playing Nautilus, so your choices are flat MR, scaling AP, or scaling CDR. They all do different things, and I don't think CDR is amazing on Swain. My preference in this lane would probably be scaling AP. Scaling AP
Yeah.
is better than flat lane. AP at like level 6 or 7. I think it's like 7-ish.
Nautilus is running attack speed reds, ability power quints, and then armor and magic resist.
That's a Maokai page. That's actually pretty good on Nautilus too, though. Nautilus and Maokai use roughly the same rune page.
The invade here. Oh, it looks like they're gonna get a kill on Lee Sin, except nice bubble there by Nami is gonna maybe.
Hey.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a pretty big misplay by Nautilus here. He wanted to hook in and not auto attack. And he needs to, like, when, whatchamacallit, oh gosh, I can't even talk right now. He needs to hold auto attack for when Lee Sin's about to get away. So he can just flash auto and then use his passive then. By not chaining his CC properly there, he kind of gave up a kill.
This invade is going a little haphazardly for red team. Doesn't really.
Lee Sin lived because he had heal.
Yeah, yes.
Also remember Lee Sin to use health pot. He could have had
Also,
an
he
extra
probably could have
150.
easily lived if he had flashed.
Yeah, and if he flashed.
But let's ignore that. We can ignore that, I guess. Looks like Lee Sin's starting red. He might try and go for an early level 2 gank here out of the jungle.
Oh god, please don't do it, Lee. Please don't invade.
Ooh. The cheese sin is strong.
The cheese sin. Dude, Bomb's not joking. A lot of Lee's and Diamond actually do that, and it's really bad. It's, like, not bad because you win the game, but...
Mm-hmm.
So, generally when you start on this side, you want to start golems. And then, like, you have two routes. You can go golems, like, red-blue and gank top. So, like, a top-centric route. Or if you want to gank bot or mid, your route is probably golems, wraiths, scuttle red. And that lets you smite red and keep your HP high. Ari should be looking, if she hits 2 first in a Zed lane, she should be looking to trade with autos and get Foxfire on Zed. I don't really know why she's playing so passively. Swain really needs to be auto-attacking him as much as he can. But also respect that you have like a pretty good auto-attack range on Swain. You don't need to face tank Nautilus passive.
They're doing a good job of just trying to trade damage back onto Nami there, but it is looking like Caitlyn's gonna be able to dominate that lane. It looks like, yeah, Swain and Caitlyn are gonna be able to bully their lanes around a bit here in the early game. Rek'Sai now has red, but she's really low, and I don't think she'll be able to really gank
I think
anybody.
if he takes Scuttle and with their red buff passive, he may. Whatchamacallit. Whoa. That's pretty good by Leona. I didn't exactly see what happened.
Whoa, yeah.
Would be willing to bet there's an opportunity where Kate could have net. Like, in this Leona matchup, as Caitlyn, all you have to do is have a good net. But
Looks like Zed gets first blood there with his ignite.
wow. What happened?
I'm gonna go back a bit.
That was pretty random.
Well, I'm looking back at it.
Alright, well, Tuco goes back. 2 things top. Swain, you're winning lane really hard. You need to try and hit your CS so you actually get, like, a tangible advantage as far as, like, your bank account goes. Not. You dropped, what's 35 times 5? I don't know. 175 gold on pots. 275. You dropped 350 gold on consumables on that back. I don't really know about that. Maybe
Basically,
buy less pots or like only 1 ward.
Ari just kind of let Zed do a bunch of free damage to her. She ran away and she didn't pop the health potion really early and then kind of came back low on health and Zed just flashed autoed and ignited. Interesting.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't ignite me, bro. He should change his name. Stalker's farming pretty well. I think he's in a pretty good spot. No, never mind, it's pushed. So Zeka builds Water Pink, that's really good. The only concerning thing for me right here is blue team has 5 trinkets up and not placed. which is kind of awkward.
Nautilus gets the kill there. Oh my goodness.
AP not.
Wow.
Ow. And like I said, Swain, if even though you died there, let's pretend. I don't know. Well, let's just say for the sake of it actually happening that you died. If you hit all your CS earlier, gold would still be pretty close to even, because you should have about 30 to 40 by now. But I don't know. Like when you're bowling somebody, the worst thing you can do is miss CS, because you won't actually have an advantage to show for it.
Lee Sin has kind of been. He hasn't backed yet, but I haven't really seen him gank a lane yet either.
He's got heal sustain, he doesn't need to back. No, Lee Sin should be backing. He should be getting wards, and either the blue smite or purple smite and probably boots. It's gonna be difficult. This is a ridiculous play for him to make. I could Q over the wall and kill him right now. I mean, it's not warded and he dropped the ward there, but even like with one ward, I don't think being in their jungle with 100 health is ever a good idea.
Yeah. Like, oh, looks like the junglers could just trade Wraith camps.
River with Scuttle. This is so scary.
He is very low.
Alright, Stalker's actually got a really good gank bot here.
Yeah, if he keeps going down.
That is good. That's kind of like the stereotypical, if you invade and take their race, you go bot.
Alright, hopefully he's pinging like right or not. Oh, not gonna do that? Okay.
If I were him, I would have waited like here a little longer, kind of above Dragon in their jungle. One, you may get spotted out and try, so you're going to have to go fast when you hit try, just in case you hit a ward, because they're pushed up enough you can just rush it.
Yeah.
But, two, give your lane a little bit to clear the wave off tower. If you would have waited 5 seconds, you would have had a good gank there. As kind of just like impatience. Jungling's a lot of patience. Oh. Shaman Joe, going to custom and practice last hitting. This is pretty painful.
Oh yeah, ouch.
Play Silverbot. If you can last it against Silverbot, you can last it against a
Well, it's not
player.
like Nautilus is doing much better in terms of this.
But Nautilus isn't a really I mean, he's missing some, but he's in a really difficult spot to hit CS. Whereas,
Oh wow.
Wow, LC's
Nice.
good plays.
The problem there is that Nautilus didn't have mana for a hook follow-up, it looks like. Whoa! Okay.
Nautilus already hooked, I think. I think Nautilus hooked in the beginning of that gank.
Oh, okay.
That's not good though. I respect that Swain has ult, and you also need to hit tab in that gank, and you need to say, alright, we don't have Ignite here, we need to either burst Swain fast, or we need sustain damage. And sustain damage really isn't an option when you're tower diving. So, like, do we have burst? No, we're Rek'Sai Nautilus. Do we sustained? No, he's under a tower. Probably not good to go that deep.
Oh, Papayari. Zed gets... Oh, both Ignites are dropped.
Alright, so in the Ahri Zed matchup, I'll point this out. When Zed ults you on Ahri, he didn't just ult there, but I'm going to point it out just for the sake of an Ahri player knowing it. Charm behind yourself. Zed ult's behind you.
Oh yeah.
You always want to think about where champions jump. So like, I don't know, if you play Rengar, you jump on top of them. If you play Nocturne, you jump in front of them. If you play Zed, you jump behind them. And it's knowing these interactions and knowing where you want to shoot charm is different for different champions. So do you guys let Diamond Plus play in any of these, or is this more of a learning experience for lower elo players? We don't have enough Diamond players in the T-Force community to really do anything, even as far as like tournaments or Battle Arena. If you participate in the community, I'm sure you could help with that problem, but for the time being, until we get more Diamond players, it's impossible to do anything.
There is actually a 5v5 tournament coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, that we're not allowed to play in.
Well, that there will be some plats though, so that
yeah, if you're Plat 1 or lower, you can play in the 5v5 tournament, and you can check it out on the Trinity Force Reddit. So Anami in the Leona matchup, your Bubble's more of a reactive spell. If you lead with Bubble, Leona could just engage. Like, Leona should have engaged right there. Nami doesn't have Bubble, and it's like a free 2v2. I say this story a lot, but it kind of drives home a good point. I was learning support when I was a new player, and I was playing with a really good AD carry. And I remember I was learning Janna. I think I was like gold 3, gold 1 or something. And I tornadoed to her ass. And he yelled at me. I had no clue what was going on. And he yelled at me because like Janna Q's a reactive spell. And we were playing against the Leona lane. And he can't step up and farm now. Because Leona can just lance him. It's...
Looks like the junglers are finally gonna meet here.
Whoa.
That was an interesting cue to follow. Zed, however, is following downwards. Ari staying mid, pinging, missing. So, red team here needs to maybe back up a bit.
He's making the correct call. If Ari pushes up mid, this is a net win for them.
Yeah. No, it's just that I hope that red team saw that call and saw Ari staying.
I think Zed should have just ulted Rek'Sai and killed him, but her,
yeah.
For chat asking, the Battle Arena is gold 1 is the limit. The tournament plat 1 is the limit.
There we go.
Eel? Oh, he had used it.
No, he just used it. There we go.
Probably should have flash.
Nice play there by the Ari, but it looks like she is a goner. Nice.
Docker's coming.
Oh man.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun.
Oh man.
Soccer hit his Q. Oh wow. Dead kill him.
Stalker needs to back up.
Wow. Alright.
It's a Blade of the Moon. Oh, that's just the Bilgewater Cutlass active, yeah. I don't know. You can still build Warrior on Rek'Sai. It actually still works really well.
Yeah, I think Warrior is fun. There's a lot of champions like Rek'Sai and Olaf, and I think Lee Sin actually has to build Warrior. Rek'Sai, Olaf, Jarvan, they can build either. It's just correct. You need to identify like whether your team has tanks and how hard you can snowball the game.
Yeah.
Like sometimes even if your team doesn't have tanks, if you think you can win the game in 25 minutes, you just buy Warriors. Can't my Elo. What is your Elo Washiobi? So Caitlyn's got BF here, and she just took bot. She should be looking to transition mid. Like I said, blue team has win lane one game, and they're winning lane, so they need to focus on winning the game. Walking back to bot lane with how far it's pushed isn't going to do a lot for her.
Oh! Almost a nice turnaround there by
I just want to see this Lee Sin heal bait someone.
He's got to wait a bit. Oh!
Stalker.
The sniper is gonna die. Oh man.
This is what I talked about, or I talk about in a lot of games. I always say priority mid. And I don't know if you've ever played mid lane and you're afraid to walk in river if you're playing like a higher level player and they're beating you in lane. This kind of priority. It means like if you walk into mid lane bush to go somewhere, can they just walk in there and kill you? Or if they walk in the bush, can you contest them?
Yeah, I like this roam here by Caitlyn and Nami.
Yeah, it's good. Kate needs to take
that's
mid tower.
exactly what you want to do after you take that bot tower. Assert your lead elsewhere on the map.
If your elo is actually masters, add me. My name is Horse Doctor, and if you want to participate in community stuff and you're good at it, I'm sure we can find something for you to do. I would love to have a Masters player.
Cool.
Unless you're Jimmy the Slayer, then please stop smurfing Bronze Boot Camp. Although I think he's Diamond 2 now. Or Diamond 5.
Looks like they're finally gonna start prioritizing Dragon here. Blue team should be looking for it because they got the lead. They can win a team fight, I feel like, right now.
Yeah, what they need to be paying attention to here is Zed just hit level 11 and Ari doesn't have mana, so they just need to be pinging this out and taking it. Like, the priority mid is over 9,000. It's really high.
I guess they could be pushing bot here, but they're putting themselves in a bad position for a gank. Yep. Oh.
Wow, the Nami wave. MLG.
Oh.
Swain, TP. Oh, he TP'd top. Jesus. Alright, so in Dragon's up and your tower isn't in danger of dying, don't TP top.
Because now red team can basically take this dragon for free and Nautilus can just TP back.
It's like your team is winning, but you don't want them to win. Like you have 5 people on your team that, or 4, 5, yeah, you have 5 people on your team that are ahead, or 4 if you count Lee Sin. That's this isn't what you need to do. So Lee Sin, you want to be buying green wards. You want to have sweeper or sightstone, and you probably want boots to play Lee Sin or just jungle in general.
Yeah. I
like the glory out of Nautilus. I think that there's room for some quirky items like Roa and Wits on Nautilus top, but I think if your landing phase is rough, you can just kind of build him like Maokai.
Yeah, he can. He may not have the percent health damage, but his catching potential is a bit stronger.
And Ari, if you're struggling and landing against something like Zed, don't be afraid to get 2 Dorns. 2 Dorns is pretty nice. Rip. So let's look at vision control. Red team's is pretty good. I think that's the biggest reason they got this dragon, even though they're losing. And you look at blue teams, it's okay, but the vision on dragon itself isn't good. They just have a lot around dragon.
They have a lot of defensive wards, kind of. They have nothing in red side jungle, even after taking 2 towers.
I think the biggest issue is Kate needs to realize what the win condition is here, and the win condition isn't pushing to tier 2 tower bot. That's kind of a suicide mission. And
this Lee, I think, overestimated his
now he's got
prowess.
Heal bait.
Oh no! Zed with a nice roam top. That's once again gonna be a dead.
Alright, so as Swain, you don't want to waste flash there. I don't think I really need to go too in depth. I like the Zedda's upgraded sweeper. His CS is actually pretty good too. I've never seen this guy in BA, so we might have to do a smurf check. But I talked about this in my Twisted Fate lesson. If you have priority in mid in most of your games and you're playing a roaming champion, nothing shuts down roam harder than wards, so you need to make sure you're not roaming on wards. But good charm out of Ari. Charmed the Zed ult properly. Didn't take a lot of damage.
Zed was gold last year, so.
Yeah, well, not too hard to lock on somebody else's account. Wow.
Nice teleport here by Nautilus.
Yeah.
I might get 2 kills though?
Oh. Can he get away? Wow.
Maybe if Caitlyn and
Are they both gonna get away? Poor Swain, man. If, like I talked about, scaling AP versus flat AP, you're level 12 now. If you had scaling AP, you probably would have killed both of them. You would have done an extra 20 or 30 damage there. Think about it.
I mean...
Lag.
I wish Caitlyn and Nami would use their advantage here to push and then roam. I don't know. They're just kind of sitting here bot lane, waiting for the game to get longer.
Took mid tower and I don't know what she's doing now. You take bot, you take mid. Push and pressure mid. I don't know.
And if they're not applying pressure, even though they're bot, like they're not pushing forward. Sivir is much wave clear apparently.
Net, you need to net. You need to press E.
Oh no way! Oh.
Sivir just auto one more time.
Sivir.
Wow.
Oh. Oh. She's gonna get it. No, she's not.
That's a derpy. Alright, so as Kate, you just need to like press E instantly. Don't hold it or be flashy. You could have E'd out of that pretty easily. If Leona stuns you, she should have to blow 3 spells to do it, not 1.
Oh. They might have actually successfully baited the Zed here. Wow. Nice job by Stalker and good job by Ari to keep her eye on her teammates and know.
That Lee Sin got juked out of his shoes. He just gave up. Nice.
This game might be slightly turning. It has in these last 2 minutes.
That was an NBA Street level ankle breaker. Lee Sin, please buy boots.
Oh, heal gives you a movement speed boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, don't need boots.
No need.
Hit Q.
Oh.
Pop your random ones. Nah, you need to get out of there, man.
There we go, Leona.
In that bot lane 2v2 as well, Nami may want to make sure Caitlyn's E'd, make sure that she's using heal properly.
Yeah.
Ult earlier if it's up, and try and Q Sivir. And know that Sivir's going to try and spell shield your Q, so maybe like your correct play in that situation would be E Caitlyn, W Sivir to get spell shield, and then Q Sivir.
Lane is back up, and I'm assuming he's going to start pushing top hard. Yeah.
Spell shield's annoying because it's something you have to play around, but until you get to a point where Sivir players are like really, really good, it's not that hard to play around it. They're probably just gonna mash it.
Swain does have teleport. If he wants, he can pressure top turret really hard right now.
Yeah.
But I guess he's gonna just come down and join for the team fight.
I don't like that Stalker has blue here instead of Ari. Wow.
Whoa, nice Leona ult. Whoa.
So this is why it's a lot of times better to walk down and not rely on 2v too hard. And I see this a lot when I do coaching sessions with top laners, is people just TP into a fight where the team is already dead or it's too late. And when you're playing against stuff like Leona or Sivir or Ari, probably not going to have time to TP, so you may want to come down earlier. It's like, if they have Leona Ari, your teammate can get one shot at any point in time. So like, if you're not there, you're not there. TP as a channel. Nautilus did the right play. He wasn't greedy trying to get the farm top, and he was there.
Yeah.
He wombo comboed.
And they should be able to get back in time for that top tower as well. That bot tower, though, on the other hand.
It is good too. They're recognizing their win conditions that they need to team fight.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn hasn't. One of the big reasons you want to like push and pressure on Caitlyn is because the other AD has to match you to some degree, and Caitlyn hasn't pressured the map enough to deny like CS from Sivir.
Oh, Stalker.
Keyboard cat, you might want to be careful.
He's out of mana now, though.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Alright, now let's go. What's not maxing? Alright, E and W, that's good. Yay, Lee got him. Alright, Lee Sin, please buy boots. I guess he's not listening to stream. So, like, I don't know, when you're jungling, you need to be a lot of places at once, and boots help you do that. Also, you can step on things in the jungle, and you may cut up your feet. If you buy boots, you can prevent that. It's like wearing sandals at the beach. Oh my god, Stalker!
Oh, Stalker!
Man, not Ari, oh, Stalker beer.
Oh my goodness. He had the Q. He had it. Oh man.
That's good.
Mhm. Now, if you're Leona, I don't know what she's building next year. She has the cloth armor.
Yeah, I'm not sure entirely as well. She should be looking at Mobies. And then Heart is okay and Locket is okay here.
Yeah, that was one of those two. And speaking of Locket, just got picked up by Nami.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good considering I think Nihilus, he does just do all basically AP damage, so.
Yeah, I think Locket's good. I think Mikhail's is really good here too.
Yeah.
Nami and Janna really thrive with Mikhail's because you just Mikhail's someone. Mikhail's might be good for Leona too. I really like Mikhail's facing the mountain combo. It's the closest thing you get to like a true heal in League of Legends.
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna say Swain can't kill him.
Yeah, Nihilus can just walk away most of the time. But it looks like Caitlyn's finally starting to
That was
roam
a good
around.
Chon. Wow. This Ari, I don't agree with how she's played lane or done a lot of things, but she's hit some clutch Chons.
Yeah.
Also,
It looks like though that
base race.
Oh, with Zed going, I don't understand why he went in. Oh, they're chasing. Taking it back.
I think one of the more commendable things in League, though, is playing from behind. I think it's just a forgotten art because of how hard people tilt, and it is just, it's really difficult to do as well. I think Ari's played really well since she's gotten First Blooded. So, I'd like to give her a shout out. Also like to give a shout out, I'm going to show awards for both teams. Blue team's vision control is crap. Red team's vision control is amazing. And blue team is winning really hard. Let this be like a lesson in the importance of vision control with how hard red team is coming back here. And the fact that they're up 2 dragons to 0 and like a quote-unquote losing game to this point.
Yeah, it's under 2,000 right now. That's not too much this late in the game.
Yeah, this is good. And this is one of the big things too. I see a lot of times I see players that are okay and they know the fundamentals and warding and so on and so forth. Then they tilt and they stop warding when they tilt. One of the things from playing behind is making sure that you still practice the fundamentals. And Stalker and Ari and just everyone in general. Like, this vision control is a team effort, and they've done a good job in keeping their morale up, doing the things they need to do to stay in this game. And Stalker's got upgraded sweeper and 2 greens. Lee Sin has a totem.
Ooh.
Probably why they're coming back. Get an hourglass by Ari.
Oh, there we go. Wow. Oh, nice job by Nala. He can keep pushing. Oh, he's gonna go in for the bite now. Going in right behind. Hopefully they can burst down this Swain in time, because otherwise...
They have Morellos.
Yep. Nice. Oh man, I'm just trying to look at where they can push. There's not too much they can.
Yeah. They could just farm out down and get next
They can
dragon.
take drag right now too.
Yeah. We got 3rd drag.
They just took back the gold lead. Wow.
Tank Lee, no sightstone. Tank Lee, no boots, no flash, no sightstone. Asmodai. But yes, Lee Sin, I think I touched on it. He should probably have sightstone and sweeper. Or just green wards and sweeper. But I believe that's what I said earlier as well. Leona's got Mobies, Nami's got... I think Leona and Nami both generally have good builds. I don't like the Frozen Heart that's coming out of Nami right now, though. I think her team really needs Mikhail's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Rek'Sai does have passive attack speed, but
Yeah.
they're only really getting it for Sivir at this point.
It's weird on Nami, though, because like Nami and Janna,
They
one of
want
the
to
biggest
stay back in the fight.
Exactly, you're not going to have the aura on people.
Yeah.
It's why I'm not a big fan of Heart Jana either. It's okay because like the rest of the armor items suck sometimes, but
Yeah.
and as CDR, Michaelis would be a really good buy against Nautilus or Leona. Or selling your Spell Thieves and getting the move speed thingy to help your team deal Sivir Engage. I think that would be very good as well.
Was it Ardent Sensor?
Do whatever. RIP. What was it used to? Oh, what that I used to call it? What the fuck? I forgot the old name for it. I'm so upset. He needs Banner of Command.
They have to be a little careful of Swain coming in from behind him.
Oh no, it's not Solari.
What? Oh.
What did Philistone used to build into? Oh, Ari went too deep.
Going deep in that hole, Ari is. I think Swain's gonna be able to clean up this fight.
Alright, so this is what I've talked about a couple of times in Battle Arena today. Do a head count before you fight. Pretend your team is like kindergartners and you're going on a field trip. If you count 4 heads and they have up to 5 heads counting MIA players, so they could potentially have 5, not a fight you want to take. Shirelia's. Thank you, Esmedai. Shirelia's referee. But no, they just picked a 4v5 as not good. And they need to make sure that they keep the vision control up. Their warding has dropped a lot in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah. Especially in their own jungle. They have one in river and enemy blue, but nothing in their own jungle. Okay, they're getting a little cocky now.
Oh.
Oh boy.
This is a big issue Leona's making too. On support, you always want to have an open item slot. That second cloth armor is going to do a lot, but a pink ward or like an elixir of iron may.
Looks like Zed's gonna keep split pushing maybe.
In Sivir, they have 3 armor targets now that Nami's building armor as well. And you're not that fed. You should probably be eating Last Whisper third, not BF.
Yeah, Bloodthirster or Blade of the Rune King, whichever
BT.
she decides to build there.
Ari's got Void though, which is good. I like the Void buy here. 1, because she's not super fed, and Rod is kind of an awkward item for her to get since her farm isn't crazy. And 2, Void against Locket is good.
Well, it looks like Swain might be going for an Abyssal.
That's a good buy.
Yeah.
Abyssal is good here. 1, because Swain just does well at the Abyssal. He's always going to get the passive off. 2, he's playing against double AP.
Yep.
When you're playing with or against double AP, Abyssal becomes much better. She's building an Essence here. No, she's not. I really hope she's not. And Swain finished Abyssal. Blue team could actually pick a fight here. I think they're... Zed just hit 16 and Swain got Abyssal. I think this is like their last... Oh, Swain's 16 too. This is their last chance to come back or win this game. Because red team will probably outscale. They have 2 big power spikes and good items on those champions. And Kate has an item on Sivir too.
Blue team would have a chance with the 6-item Caitlyn, but that'd be...
Engage.
Oh, there it is.
No, Lee Sin.
Focus the Swain, guys. Focus him. Kill him, you gotta kill him fast. Oh man. The heal from Lee Sin! Oh!
Alright, so I was about to say Lee should just flash kick someone there, but Lee Sin didn't heal either.
Red team should go back. There's gonna be a full Hell Swain coming up lane here in about 10 seconds.
This got Q assist too. And Rage. They actually have pretty good fights here for the next 5 minutes.
There's this. I always forget about that speed boost Dragon is up in
Leona's
5
putting
seconds.
ones. That's not a terrible buy.
Oh. It's kind of hard to find CDR and armor as Rek'Sai. Because Frozen Heart really isn't a great option for you.
Yeah, as Leona, I would like to see Heart most games, but Nautilus already has Heart. And the health will help you like stay in fights against Swain.
Yeah.
So
health is always great. Even just flat health is great on Leona because of her W.
Resistance is health. It's good. They've got 4 dragons. If I was red team, in all honesty, I would recognize that Swain and whatchamacallit. Whoa.
That was an interesting ult.
Not what I would do. So they can push.
Yeah.
Let's say Zed doesn't make that play. As red team, Zed and Swain are huge power spikes. They both hit 16 and they both had big item buys. And Zed has Elixir. They probably would have wanted to turtle between Dragons 4 and 5, but now they're not forced to because Zed kind of suicided. As Zed, if you go for that play, you might want to use your Elixir, and I think if you would have QS'd us, you might have been enough to trade kills. But that not hook CCD for a lot longer than it should have. QS
it looks like
not good if you don't use it.
Do you think red team should be playing around Baron now? Because it seems like when they goes 5v5, things tend to go their way so far.
Yeah, I think if they warded out Baron really hard, and then when blue team came up to ward it, they just Sivir ulted. Lee Sin, what
they might need to go back and peel for the Sivir.
Lee Sin can't kill him.
Rek'Sai's on it.
Lee Sin doesn't.
Dang.
Sivir got gate ulted.
Yeah, wow.
So it's pretty rough. Ahri showed bot, so blue team engaged. Red team, if you notice, like, when Baron's in play, if you notice one of your teammates bot, you need to play really cautiously on the map, because the other team's just gonna ping it out and try and fight. No bueno.
Really close game overall so far.
Zed just
blue team actually took the lead back.
So Zed, you want to use your Elixir before that fight.
Zed, oh man.
He's getting lifesteal.
Yeah. Ahri can make a play here, I feel like. She already used ult.
She doesn't have the words to do it. Kind of. Yeah, no, never mind, she does. I wasn't looking at the map. Red team's got it worded out. Hopefully they can contest it. And they might want to give one dragon up and just go for like the dragon after this.
Oh yeah. Because especially blue team will really want.
Please build boots, dude. No flash, no boots. He's going for no mobility Lee. Zed's doing a pretty good job of sweeping. I think he's gonna have a lot of ward kills. I think Nami really needs to step up her vision control game. I haven't seen a lot of pinks, or really any pinks out of her, or any sweeping in general. Like, as a support, I should see 5 to 10 pinks a game.
Did Lee Sin at least upgrade his yellow trinket?
No. He should. I mean, he bought Sightstone. He should have sweeper now.
Oh,
anyway.
oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
But you've already Sivir. You can kind of wave clear this Baron if you have to.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't pressure yourself to make a flank too much here. He did that or engaged decisively with Sivir ult. I think the biggest issue is red team's kind of been tiptoeing some of these team fights. If they just stack CC and Sivir ult, things will probably work out for the best. Make sure to use your random ones too.
I think if they see, okay, Zed's coming back mid, I thought he was going to go up and push top, which might actually not be a bad choice. This scenario with Baron buff. Otherwise, it might be kind of wasted. Oh, what a hook! Oh,
So this is really bad by red team.
Yeah.
They attempted to trade back lines, but the Lee Sin was just like, tanky enough that he was a distraction and Zed one-shot Sivir.
Yeah. I feel like Sivir and Ahri can ignore Lee almost, except for his ult, but...
Just use the basic spells you need to deal with them. So like as Ahri, if Lee dives you, use Q and W, hold taunt for Zed. Yeah. So like, I don't know, you want the reactive spell to deal with Zed, but you still want to actually be able to do deal with Lee. They're gonna end? Yeah, they should be able to end.
They might be able to.
Kate needs to be actually trying to end though. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. She's decided that she's gonna try and get another tower. And she took tower aggro when she did it.
3 cannons, the dream. Alright, so Dragon's coming up relatively soon. Red team kind of has a play to rush it, and blue team, I think, recognizes that and is pinging it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's their chance to come back. This Zed's kind of out of control now. He's been buying elixirs, though.
He kind of hit a brick wall there at the mid game, like when Ahri finished her Zonias, and I felt like the team peeled against Zed a bit better than these last 2 team fights. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Ahri's missed her charm, and I think Zed bought the correct items, and he's getting elixirs. Yeah. When you hit Zed on 16 and you just buy elixirs for like the next 2 or 3 fights, you're a monster.
They are rushing down red fast here. They should just try to focus as finishing it as early as possible, and then fighting. Alright. Oh.
Wow.
They don't have Sivir's damage in the fight at all. Zed's chasing her up and killing her. That's game. Yeah, red team didn't really... Like, half their team didn't want to fight there, it seemed like.
Yeah, so either decide if you want to fight or you want to bail.
They kind of had to fight.
Make sure you pull Dragon out there.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of had to fight there.
Sivir needs to say something to her team, too. She needs to, like... I don't know, tell people that Zed are diving. There's nothing she can do here. Zed has too much mobility. She just needs to, like, once
Leona or Nautilus. Like, Leona and Nautilus are diving the backline, but there's no damage to help them follow up.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Especially when Ahri and Sivir are back preoccupied. That looks like game.
In team fights, you need to recognize if you're going to try and trade backlines, you need to actually be able to, like, trade backlines.
Yeah. Nice job by blue team there to they stumbled a bit, but came right back in.
Yeah, I think red team kind of let off the gas on their wards and threw at a couple of weird times mid-game. So, what do we have here? View advanced details. I don't like E-Stalker. So, match overview. Let's see when the first jungle action was. Rek'Sai died at 8:30. Let's see the first positive jungle action. Kate died. I guess I can't see assists. But I don't know. I feel like both junglers really need to work on their roots quite a bit.
Yeah, they weren't really there for the early game. See wards. Pink wards purchased. Kate none. Lee none. Swain none. Nami won. That's really bad for support. Just one?
Zed killed 9 wards and bought 4 pinks. That's actually... I think the Zed did a decent job with vision control.
He did a very, very good job.
He upgraded his sweeper early too. Sivir and Ahri didn't really do much. Leon only bought 3. Stalker bought 19 greens. That's commendable. That's good. I honestly think Stalker did a really good job with vision control in the last 2 games. I was pretty impressed. I think it helped his team make these games appear much closer than they should have been too. Because in all honesty, blue team should have just snowballed. But Stalker and Leona and their vision control really helped them for a while. So kudos, Stalker.
Yeah, kudos to everybody in the game. I thought played really well. There wasn't any. I don't know. There were very few face slapping moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all.
I thought it was Stalker, not Stalker. I think most of us call him Stalker. I'm not sure what it actually is. MTD3454.
People are too lazy to say his full name.
Alright. So a couple of things everybody can work on. Zed. I actually think he played pretty well. Maybe mid game. I don't know. I felt like there are a couple ults he could have taken and he didn't take them. And I think that a couple of times you were really greedy and you beelined Ari, especially with like Ghost Blade, and you got taunted out of it, and that wasn't the best. You may be able to, like, when your team was losing fights, split push a little bit too, but you generally actually played pretty well. Kate.
Moving on to Kate. Go ahead.
When you get a lead, 1, buy Blue Totem. 2, Sivir probably should have Blue Totem too. I don't think upgraded Pink is something you buy on anybody. When you, like, let's say you take bot and you take mid, you need to pressure the map somewhere so that Sivir has to match your pressure. Sivir shouldn't ever be able to catch up in CS, and she did for a while. And also, you guys lost, like, the first dragon. Like, the chain of events that let Sivir's team come back into the game for a while was when, like, you and Nami were pushed between, like, the tier 2 tower you just took and the tier 2 tower you wanted to take, but, like, you had no threat of taking tier 2 tower, and then you, like, got ganked. You and Nami had to blow everything, and then you guys lost dragon. Like, you and Nami, I hate to say it, but were, like, that was the catalyst for letting them back into the game for a while.
They kind of ditzed around bot a little too long.
Lee Sin, Boots, Sweeper. I would try Ghost. Flash. Nami. I would have liked to see Mikhail's. If you want to watch Nami, Kargan usually streams in the morning, afternoons. He's a pretty good Nami player. And also, think about, like, the flowchart of how you need to use Bubble Reactionary. A lot of times in lane, you, like, just threw out Bubble and missed. And then, like, Leona can zone your 80 carry at that point. So it's not a good play to make. Swain. You were winning
laning
really hard early, and you just missed a ton of CS. That's not good. But generally, outside of that, you did pretty well, I would say. Really work on farming. Also, you overextended really hard at times, and I think they let themselves get baited because they didn't understand how much healing Swain can put out. But against different opponents, that may not work. I think he generally overextended a lot. Ari. I actually think you played pretty well. I would say late game, work on your team fighting and try and be more decisive in what you want to do. I think there's a lot of stuff that you can do in a team fight, but like, either dive the back line or peel Sivir hard. I think you were kind of dancing around for a while. Like, just be decisive. I think Ari played pretty well. She warded out and she came back hard. Work on CS a little bit. I think he could have kept up on CS in the mid game a little better. Sivir.
Right.
Going Vamp until Last Whisper isn't good. You could have had Last Whisper 800 gold earlier, and you actually might have won some of those team fights late game. No, Zed was still one-shotting you. But, maybe QSS or GA. Sometimes it sucks to go defensive item 3rd or 4th, but offensive items weren't doing it for you. It wouldn't matter if you had 2 PDs, i.e. Last Whisper there. Like, Zed's gonna one-shot you, Zed's gonna one-shot you. Get a defensive item. And get Blue Trinket. Nautilus. Just work on early laning. I think that's about it. Maybe switch up your rune page too. I don't think the armor yellows did a lot for you early. Scaling health yellows may have helped you more. But I think you generally did a pretty good job. I was pretty happy with Nautilus there. Stalker, you warded a lot. I think you let yourself get baited really hard by Swain. a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think late game you could have peeled for Sivir, but like I don't know, it was not Rek'Sai and Leona diving the back line, which isn't what I want to see.
Well, I thought Rek'Sai did kind of try and peel for Sivir a couple times I saw,
Mm-hmm.
but Nautilus isn't much better at doing that than either Leona or Rek'Sai.
No, I think just avoiding unnecessary deaths at times as well. Like you worded out really good, but your team was kind of in a hole as well. But I think the wording is really commendable. I think you probably impacted the game more than anybody else besides maybe Zed. Like your team is behind so hard and they like almost came back because of the vision control you gave your team. Leona. I don't know, maybe peel. Like sometimes Nautilus might be the best peel, but if Nautilus isn't peeling, you can't play his game for him. So recognize that you have an exhaust, and you're the only exhaust in your team. So it might be your job to deal with Zed. You also have Face of the Mountain for Sivir, and if you can get a shield on the beginning of Zed ult, it helps a lot. You notice anything?
Yeah, just it seemed they were winning by diving a bit, but they weren't. The fights they won, they weren't diving. They were more picking people off in the front line who were out of position.
Mm-hmm.
And then when their targets of Caitlyn and Swain started playing more back, it was, I don't know, they couldn't effectively trade backlines like you were saying.
I think one of the biggest issues now that I think about it is I was actually talking about this in I was watching Bronze Boot Camp, and Haber talked about like buying Vamp to sit on Vamp. And this is one of the big reasons that I think buying Vamp to sit on Vamp really sucks. In those late game team fights, like Zed didn't instantly kill Sivir. What was the issue? Lee Sin dove Sivir and Sivir couldn't kill Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Why couldn't Sivir kill Lee Sin? Alright, let's look at Lee Sin's items. Randuin's, Chain Vest, Cloth Armor, Tanky.
Yeah.
What didn't Sivir have finished because she bought a fucking Vamp Scepter to sit on it? She didn't have Last Whisper. So, I mean, like you don't think sitting on Vamp is that bad, but like sometimes it's really bad if you think about it. If she could have dealt with that Lee Sin faster, she probably could have positioned to deal with the Zed a lot better as well. But that Lee Sin could just like kamikaze her because she didn't have Last Whisper finished.
Yeah.
Alright. She didn't get it. She went Vom. She went IE, Shiv, Vamp, Last Whisper instead of IE, Shiv, Last Whisper. It's not that she didn't get it, it's that she delayed it so long for Vamp and she didn't have it in quite a few fights. Alright. I think that's it for the most part.
Alright.
Good battle arena. I'm gonna go export these and take a break. My throat hurts from solo casting.
Go drink some chamomile tea.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna drink green tea.